It's Tiffany's content and welcome back to my channel. We're going to be talking weather as usual. So let's see what's going on in the weather world today. So yesterday we had severe warnings over there in the northern plains. Now it's dipping down into the Midwest. So you're going to see that. But it is so hot. We had a heat wave yesterday. It's another heat wave. Look, 102 in Arkansas. That's very hot. And then you have that system down in the Gulf of America that's sprucing up. So with them two clashing together, it can be a lot of severe rain, thunderstorms, and even flash flooding. So be careful if you're down in the south. But it's hot everywhere, especially over there on the East Coast. So you're going to see this is more like, going into the evening temperatures. But take a look at this hazardous heat condition warnings, okay? So it's all up along the East Coast once again, and then it's coming up out of that Gulf of America. Remember, it was 102 over in Arkansas. So with that heat clashing along with that tropical depression, disturbance one, it can be, it can turn into a tropical storm, but it's only a 10% chance. And we'll get to that. But right now we're focusing on the severe weather. And that's over in more of the central plains, going over into the Midwest, more over by the Great Lakes as well, Illinois, going into Missouri, definitely coming down into Kansas, Oklahoma, and a little bit in New Mexico as well. But remember, it's so hot in Arkansas. So all that is pulling together along with that tropical disturbance down there. So with that clashing everything, it's going to be very severe. And you can see that the National Weather Service is highlighting strong, severe, even possible tornadoes in the Missouri area. So if you're in that area, please be aware and going into Kansas, okay, it looks like. So again, it's a slight chance of tornadic conditions over there. This is the thunderstorms and rainfall, and you're going to see that it's still going over into the central plains where that action is all happening at, and it can pick up. And just like the National Weather Service was telling you those warnings, it can definitely pick up and be a tornadic towards the later on this evening. But this is the amount of rainfall for the next 24 hours. And you can see that along that same strip, going from the Central Plains, the Midwest, and then coming, Midwest, Central Plains, and then going down into the south. But actually then you have that Gulf of America sprucing up too, so you're going to see that amount of rainfall too. But here on weather.gov, you're going to see where they're highlighting all that heat, so that peaches pink area is all hot, and that burgundy is extremely hot. Then the neon pink over there in what is that, Idaho, and coming down out of Idaho into Wyoming, it's definitely hot over there. And then take a look at this. This is saying New Mexico have some severe weather as well. So it's some severe thunderstorms everywhere along that Central Plains area, okay? So just make sure that you're aware that it's a lot going on here. When they highlight these areas, it's definitely something to look at. And then this map will show you that it's even going into Oklahoma, a little bit in Kansas as well too. And you can see that on the current radar. This is live radar right now. You can see the rainfall that is, coming up out of, Mexico, coming into New Mexico, and even going up into, Colorado and everything like that. So it's definitely picking up over here. So you're going to see that even it's going to affect a little bit area in Texas, moreover, so on that east coast of Texas there. But once again, when they come up out of there, it's going to cause a lot of action over there in Kansas and Oklahoma. It's going to try to get up into the Rockies and things like that. So you just got to make sure that you're aware because of the flash flooding. Look at that, all in Kansas, and this is live radar, and it goes from like now into the next few hours as it gradually develops. So you're going to see that the system is definitely picking up. And so I just like to show you where the flash flood warnings could possibly be as well. And so this is going over into the other side, and look at that. You can see that along that whole strip, you're going to see Missouri, Illinois, going into Iowa. You're going to see that whole Midwest area, and more going into the Great Lakes. It's trying to escape. It's trying to get into the Gulf of the Lake Michigan, the Gulf. It's trying to get out, going through Lake Michigan, okay? So take a look at that. The severe thunderstorms is coming out of Nebraska, Kansas, You see the lightning map. The lightning definitely is coming up out of there, going into Missouri. So remember, Missouri was highlighted on the severe warning map. So that was like tornadic activity. And you can see it here. Like I said, this is current radar for the next few hours. And you can see the development that can happen. And you can see all that, lightning coming and the clouds over the head. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. We're seeing what's above our head. When I'm showing you these maps, this is everything above our heads. Okay, so that's when you see thick lightning like that. It's very severe. So take a look at this. This is the Gulf of America. This is tropical disturbance 1. It's definitely trying to pick up. Remember, it's so hot over there. Okay. You got Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, but above that is Arkansas, and that was 102 degrees. When that clashed down and clashed together, it can cause a very, flash flooding, lots of lightning and severe thunderstorms, okay? And as you can see right here, lots of lightning and severe thunderstorms. The weather is definitely picking up for the tropics, okay? We're going into the tropical August, okay? We've been in hurricane season, but August is definitely when it picks up. That's when we first start to see our named storms. Although we've already had named storms, we already we're down to Chantel now, and this is trying to form as Dexter. I do not see it becoming Dexter, but you can see that the development is very strong, okay? And that's, again, these are clouds above our heads, and you can see that it's definitely thick, okay? And it's a lot of rainfall coming down along with lightning and thunderstorms. And again, that could be flash flooding because sometimes it can seem like, oh, it's sunny on this side, but then when the rain comes, it comes. And like I said, it's fast. So, when the sewers fill up, then that's when the flash flooding, starts to form as well. So you have to be aware. So going into the tropics now, you're going to see that they named it Tropical Disturbance 1. It's actually went, now that it's over Florida, because we felt it, coming past us over us this morning. Now that it's over Florida, it's going into the Gulf of America and more so on the Texas side. So just remember, when they highlight these areas, that means that you can have, heavy rainfall, you can have wind, strong wind, you can have lightning, you can have severe thunderstorms, you can have anything, okay? When they're highlighting it, they're basically telling you that it's some things over there, and just make sure that you're telling your family, your friends, and everybody, okay? Because, when you have these low pressure areas trying to build up into something severe, you definitely don't want to play with the weather, okay? It's nothing to play with. And it's something to just, take a look at. And whether it's the news or your local news, make sure that you're listening to them as well. Or if it's people like me that is an extra eye out there for you, just make sure that you're aware of everything in your area that's happening, or your family and friends area, or if you're traveling in that area, or if you just like watching the weather like me. So now let's take a look, going back over into the tropics. This is in the Caribbean, okay? So you're gonna see it's bubbling up down there. It's sprucing up some storms, I like to say. And so that means severe thunderstorms. These are clouds above our head. So when you see that red and that orange, that's above our head, very thick and heavy, and rainfall and severe and thunderstormy. It's everything. It's scary, to be honest with you, when you see those big blobs above your head, and it's lightning and it's flash flooding, and it's happening now. Okay, so this is current radar from now into the next few hours. When you're picking up these, these gifts like this, you're going to see, it's GIS, you're going to see that they're trying to give you a estimate of where it's starting and where it's going to end. But here again, on the Hawaiian side, the Eastern Pacific, you're going to see that it is some 40% chance over there of tropical waves and tropical storms. And look at it, it's picking up over there. Actually, this is like 40% chance in Hawaii. And I'm going to show you a bigger map that is actually starting to reach the islands a little bit. That rain is trying to go past it, but you're going to see that little feeder band that's above it, it's going to definitely take action into Hawaii. So if you're in Hawaii on vacation, you're going to feel a little rainfall here and there, but I'll show you the temperatures in a bit. It's still, mild to medium to hot temperatures out there. But here's the rainfall. This is what you're going to see that is headed towards Hawaii. A few feeder bands there, but you're going to see that it's definitely going to be rainfall, but it's still hot. the 80s, 86, 85, 82, 79 even, okay? So it's still warm over there. You're going to have a few more conditions that it looks like they are in the 50s. Okay, well, there you have it, okay? But again, weather is just very tricky, especially when you have those tropical disturbances down there, okay? So just be aware if you're traveling or going to Hawaii or anywhere that I've mentioned today that we do have severe weather out there, and I'd like to keep you updated. I'm also going to keep you updated on the tropics every day. We're getting into that hurricane season where it's definitely going to start picking up, okay? So just make sure that I'll be here for you. Just go ahead and like, share, subscribe. It's Tiffany's Content, okay? I love everybody. Thank you for watching.